welcome back, Dynamite Pack, to another Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword video here on the channel. Alright, we're making our way back down. I went up, back up to Skyloft. I upgraded the bow and arrow. We got the bow last episode at the very end, so I did a couple upgrades up there, up in the sky, and so I'm heading back down to the ship, and we're going to go actually explore the ship with our bow and arrow now. And we got a lot of stuff to do today, and we're gonna get set up for the boss fight on the next episode. So hang in here with me. These last few episodes have been a little long. There's been a lot to do, and I tried to find things to cut, but I just didn't know what was best to cut and leave out, so I just left it all in there. Last episode also was a little bit rushed, me trying to get content out and the video out. But this episode's a little bit shorter, but there's not a lot of downtime. I'm constantly moving around, and yeah, here we are on the ship, and we get to use our bow and arrow. You'll notice there's like a device you can shoot your arrow at. We're gonna activate basically a time shift stone that we can use to go back and forth in time and activate to access different areas throughout the ship. It's actually a pretty cool mechanic. When I was playing through, it was kind of fun that you could like use the time shift stone to you know, change things on the ship and open up some areas and close off others. You know, it was cool. It was fun. It was interesting. So we use our bow to put the ship into the present, or that's the past. The past, yeah. The past where there was water and it was all colorful. And we notice this bokoblin up here closes it off. So first we gotta go take care of him, because he closes the door and we won't be able to actually use the time shift stone. Also, fun fact here, you can snipe these guys from down here. So I'm just practicing my bow and arrow aiming. Took a little bit of, you know, to kind of get used to. Gotta send it a little bit higher than they actually are. So we're gonna make our way around the ship and have a fun time. And by the end of this episode, we should have the boss key, I believe, and we'll be headed to the boss fight of this dungeon. Leave a comment down below if you think I beat it on the first try. I'm giving away the answer with my laughter. Anyway, we'll see my attempts in the next video. It's got an interesting mechanic behind it that is going to take a little bit of a learning curve for me to get, but so basically, yeah, we can't explore inside the ship till we take care of these bokoblins and fix the time shift stone. So that's what we're kind of doing right now. I'm just looking around, gathering any items and things that I can. And I got some more arrows. What do you know? So you can find arrows when you run out, which is really nice. I didn't grab the other set because it wouldn't have done anything. I was at max arrows, so we're gonna have to upgrade the quiver, I think it is, a little bit more in order to carry more arrows. But 30 is a pretty good amount, so as long as we can keep finding more arrow drops, we should be good. Oh, and we got a monster drop and a rupee. So, I don't really know why I was taking my time down here. I'm just kind of exploring, trying to figure out, like, what to do. I am watching a walkthrough to kind of help guide me and make sure I don't miss anything like really important that I need to do, or you know, stuff like that. So, but even with watching a walkthrough, I'm still kind of like finding myself thinking like, what am I doing next? Which is part of the fun of video gaming, I think. Just kind of exploring the world and seeing what's out there. And I didn't really need to pick those up, but it was just like, oh, arrows. My excitement got ahead of me there, but it did max me out, you know. Even if you can't get the full bundle, if it gives you like the 5 missing ones that you need to max out your what you can carry, then yeah, go for it. Also, this little feature, I was just playing around with that. I think, though, I realized I was supposed to be in there. I think, but I don't think it matters right now because we still need to go and basically unlock the time shift stone. So finally I decide that okay, I need to climb this now. I put it off long enough, but we did a bit of exploring down there on the deck, and now we're gonna climb the mast of the ship right here. And we saw that the bokoblin like put his sword into like the little key, and he turned it. So we need to get up there to that spot and turn it back so that we can actually use the time shift stone to go back and forth. Because we're gonna need to do that for several of the rooms on the ship. So I'm just gonna take these guys out before I get over there. My aim was really bad on this one. He just like, it felt like, you know, that I could get him, but it wasn't getting him, so I had to adjust. And oh, it's like walking the plank right here. So here is the cool little feature where we can hit the machine right there. This was a hard hit too. I also still hadn't figured out that you can hold down the target and target better. I had not figured out that mechanic yet. But there is a mechanic where if you hold down your targeting button, it'll actually kind of zoom in on your target for you and help you with your targeting. But I figured that out a little bit later. I do figure it out, but at this point I hadn't figured it out yet. So now we get to ride the little zippy zip over there. It's like a zip line, basically. And we're going to ride the next one up to the next level where we can actually access that little key that can give us access to the time shift stone again. So you can go ahead and take care of that guy right there, which I decided to go ahead and do. And then again, you hit the little, I guess it's not really like an eye, but it's a little target, I guess would be the best way. And then you can ride the zip line up to that level. Pretty fun little mechanic here. And then I noticed this guy at the back, because there's another little zip line that we can ride over to that part of the ship. So here we go. Gonna turn it back and open up the time shift stone again, which will also open the door and allow us to go inside the ship, because there's a lot we gotta do in there. And look, Skipper's back and he's like, this is the ship. It looks just like I remember it. But we still have to rescue his crew. His crew is trapped somewhere in the brig of the ship. So now that we can access the inside, we're gonna be working our way down to rescue his crew. Which I don't think we can... I think we have to actually defeat the boss before they're, like, fully rescued, if I remember correctly. There's several other things we're going to do before they're rescued, because there's a lot going on this ship. But a lot of it was pretty fun. There's some interesting little mechanics, and there's, like, a generator room, I think, that we have to turn on. Something like that. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, I'll walk you guys through it and see what happens. I think on some of my next episodes, I'll put my face cam back on and record that way. Some of these I just didn't record with my face cam on, so I could just like keep recording footage, and if I needed to like pause and find out information, I could. It was easier to do. But anyway, we'll go back to that on the next few episodes. I realized at this point that I think I meant to jump down, and then I can actually reach the target over there with my claw shot. There really wasn't that much back here, but just like there's a chest, I think, down there. Yeah, there's a little chest and some butterflies. So you can do the harp over here. And you get little, whoa, I think I got some rupees. That's what I was attempting to get anyway. Every time I see one of these, I'm trying to get as many rupees as I can, because I still have a lot of stuff that I need to buy from Beetle's shop. Oh no, I remember. I was trying to draw an arrow here. That's what I did. And it worked. I got a bunch of arrows. That's what I did there. I thought I did rupees, but that time I decided to try out. I was like, I wonder if I can get arrows. If I need arrows. And sure enough, yes, if you draw the arrow well enough, it will give you them. Oh, that was actually worth going there for. A piece of heart. Okay, so yeah. That was worth exploring back there. And I don't even think that was on my walkthrough that I noticed. But I just happened to see that you could go back there. And I was like, let's go see what's over here. So just my own curiosity led me back there. And we got a goodie. Now we're actually going to I'm going to make my way over to that door. And we can go inside the ship. There's a ferry over there if you need it at this point. Alright, so we're going to go over and go into the door. And we can go look around inside the ship now. So you get a save statue if you need it. We actually were over here already. Because we went and defeated that pirate for the bow. But we haven't really been into most of the rooms. I was just sort of looking around trying to figure out where I was. And then I remembered, you know, this is where we fought that one dude. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm meant to go here. I think we did everything that I needed to do over there. So basically the only way left is to go down the stairs and check out all of the rooms down here. Alright, so we're gonna go in this first room and we've got some electric bokoblins, which annoy me when they electrocute me. Every time. Every time. But I eventually succeed. Alright, so there's one in this room. We're going to take him out first. And then this is where the time shift stone starts to come into play, because in order to get into this other room, you have to use the time stone and turn off the electricity in the doorway. And we get access to a chest. which has the dungeon map, so something we really needed. Kind of gives us a little bit of help. Shows us some areas we need to go in this dungeon. And then I noticed the lever, so we pulled that and we could get out now. I messed up that toss a little bit. And then blew myself up. Alright, we grabbed the heart. Yay! Now we're gonna use this. I actually didn't need to do this at all, I realized, but because what we actually want to do is hit the target that's inside. That's gonna actually open the door and we can get in here. There's a couple of things I think we're supposed to do before we turn the time shift stone back on. First we gotta take out these annoying keys. And they dropped a monster claw. Yay! These are the generators that we're going to try to power back on. So we got the little switch. And so I know what I need to do. I need to stand on the switch and fire an arrow. But first we have to move the block here out of the way so that we can actually see it. I struggled a little bit with that. And then I magically got it. So that opens that door. Okay, so now we need to turn the time stone back on to do the next part of those rooms. So, here's my attempts. I finally got it. So we've opened the two doors, and now we're going to be able to get into those rooms. We are going to have some enemies. And of course, every time with the electric. I'm trying not to like hit their sword, but I just can't not. I can't not do it. At least I got some hearts. And look, it's like, you gotta turn it like a key. I had a little trouble with this one. I don't know why. It was like, why isn't it working? I finally got it. I was struggling a little bit. Then I actually read the instructions it was trying to tell me, so it's like, oh, that's what you do. Hey, we got our little dungeon sound, and Fee's like, hey, good job. Basically, she says good job. In, like, her longest way possible. She's sure she can find the crew. But we're gotta do all this first. The walkthrough I watched recommended doing all this stuff first. So, that's what I want to do. That room is currently still locked to us, so we can't go there. We're supposed to go here. And we got, yay, more bokoblins. and more shocking. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. I got hit so many times. There, that was an opening. Hey, we got a monster drop. Alright, so now we're gonna do something with this block, I believe. We basically just want to put it on this switch, so the switch stays down and opens up these, which is also where the little lifeboat is. So now you can go use that as a way to travel between some of the rooms that are, like, that's the only way in, I think. Oh, I remember I was supposed to do that. I did that right earlier. Yay! Because now we're on the boat and we can ride it back up. That's how it works. This was awkward. Like, it's super close and, like... So now you can ride this up and down as, like, another way of traveling to that part of the ship. Pretty cool. And then we're going to put things back in the present. And I think we're supposed to go down again. Such an awkward shot. I will say this, the music in this game is really chill, and it's just kind of a relaxing game to play most of the time. And except for when an enemy is, like, completely destroying you. Oh, yeah, there's another generator room in here. So in order to get in here, we had to bring things back to the past because our way was blocked. That's what happened. Now that we're in here, we can use the time shift stone again to power things up, and then we're gonna turn this other generator on. These awkward shots, like, you can get it, it just takes a little bit of, like, trial and error. There we go. So now we're in here. We're gonna power this part on. Alright. So we've turned on the two parts of the powers of the ship, which is actually gonna help us with the crew. We needed to do this anyway to get to the other areas, I believe. Now we're gonna head outside down this side. There's actually a ladder you climb down for this part of the I guess the game. We're gonna go into this area. Now that we've turned all of the things on, we can get in this area. Alright, so this was an interesting area. There's a couple things we're going to do down here. I kind of watched the timing for a minute just so I can kind of see how things are going. I decided just to take it one at a time. would be the easiest way. Alright, and we can use our whip to actually... We're gonna swing over here first. To this ledge. This is gonna take us into the room that we saw earlier with all of the treasure chests. So I wanted to go over there. I thought I was gonna make it. I was worried there for a minute. I was like, oh, I didn't jump. But good old Link caught the edge there, and we climbed our way up to 4 treasure chests. Most of them, I think, had rupees. But still, you know, hey, why not? We got a silver rupee, which is really nice. Really nice. And we got a monster horn. And then I think... Maybe there's 5. Yeah, there's 5 chests in here. Another monster horn. All good to have, because some of this stuff we're going to need for upgrades, so... definitely worth having, because I want to upgrade all my weapons for the final fight. We got another silver rupee, which I needed some rupees, so... I was glad to have rupees. And we got a evil crystal, which, again, is another item we're going to need a few of in order to upgrade some of the weapons and other gear. So now, I just basically jumped over here, and we're going to continue on down the path. Ooh, this one looks a little scarier. I just sort of was watching my timing to make sure I could go. And I think you can make it. Yeah, like if you sprint, you can make it through those pretty easily. And this one, you can actually ride the top of it, which is pretty fun. I don't know why I struggled with this right here, but apparently I was messing it up. My crazy cat is meowing at me. What do you want? I fed you just a minute ago. She's mad because I've been sitting here recording videos all day. Not all day, but for a few hours now. But she'll be fine. You're okay. Alright, so Link's crawling through this little tunnel. Come on. Come here. Come here. Just calm down. Alright, so this little section was interesting. It had patterns on the floor that were going to tell you, like, the code, the combination to unlock the door. Which I think we already did that in the last episode. I just didn't talk about it, but... This is where the crew is. Oh, we're getting closer to where they are. We do have some more enemies we're gonna have to deal with. And we gotta get this key. We just get a small key, you know. We gotta go to the captain's cabin. Sorry to leave you on your own, but you look like you can handle it. Thanks for the help there. Skipper. I think that was Skipper, yeah. So I went back outside to try to get to the captain's cabin. These guys were back. Just thought I'd take them out for fun. I also did a little bit of farming for monster horns. But I did that off screen right here in this area. You can go in and out the door. And farm for monster horns. So I did that for a little while before actually progressing to this area. And I believe the boss store is down here somewhere. Decided to save my progress. And we're gonna find the captain's area and see what's going on over there. There's some enemies here. Got a monster drop and some rupees. There's also going to be a Beamos and a Bokoblin here once we turn the time shift stone on. So we're gonna do that. But I think in order for this to work, we have to take out the Beamos first. So I was trying to figure out that part. Alright, so we activated the time shift stone, and I immediately decided to go for the Beamos first. I also learned a new trick. With the bow, you can, if it's not spotting you or if you have a good distance, you can just hit it in the eye with your bow. But I decided I'd just take it head on and deal with it with my sword. So now we can actually shoot our arrow through here. I had some trouble, so I think I eventually tried to use the targeting. I was still getting used to using it. I missed a lot. There, that right there. It zooms in a little better. And you get a more accurate shot. I need to practice that more and use that more. Luckily, we got some free arrows back, so it's okay that I wasted a bunch. Alright, oof. Okay, so this is where I just decided to go for this one. And then I think I got the other two. Well, that one got me, but I was able to get the other two with my bow and arrow. It was kind of hard though. You gotta hit him in the eyes. There we go. We got that one, and that completely just takes it out. He can't quite get me. He knows I'm there, but... There we go. So that unlocks the boss key, which is in there. Alright, we got the boss key. So in the next episode, we will, I'll make my way to the boss door, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and we'll... What's there I to beat the boss? No guarantees it's gonna work on the first try. But I'll see you there. So, see ya. Bye.